Did you know that in the heart of downtown Simpsonville, there's actually now a rooftop bar? Let's go on downstairs and talk to the owner and learn more about Sweet Sippin. Hey everyone, this is Donald Barber with the J. Michael Manley team at Keller Williams Greenville upstate, and today we're in downtown Simpsonville at Sweet Sippin, and we're here with owner Julie Redmond. And Julie, I first met you about 4 to 5 years ago. You were doing another business at that time. So tell us a little bit about how things have evolved from what you were doing to what led to you creating Sweet Sippin.
Well, Donald, we probably wouldn't be here without that other business at all. It's half of the name of the business that we're in right now. It was the inspiration behind kind of creating the space and kind of getting myself out of a more corporate environment into the more entrepreneurial side of life. So background way back is in college athletics. I was there for 14 years, did a short stint in corporate America, and then started my journey in entrepreneurship, which started with Craven Spark. And that was the capacity that you met me in those number of years ago with the Wedding District. So that kind of spearheaded for us the success that we were fortunate to have in that world, drew us to start looking at a brick and mortar where we could not only support that side of the business that I was trying to develop, but also support other local producers and makers and artisans, and to give them a bit of a platform outside of a farmer's market that only met once a week, potentially to have other avenues to showcase the things that they were creating just for the community to be able to experience.
Tell us what's behind the name Sweet Sippin', and other than wine, what are some other things when the public comes in that they could sip on as well other than the wine?
So the name actually, I have a very good friend that I was strategizing with, and she's been, kind of with me throughout the whole evolution of everything. So the sweet actually is in reference to the toffee that we used to make. That kind of got us all started. So that was the sweet part, and I knew right from the beginning, because of some of the partnerships that we've had with places like Cityscape, stuff like that, that sipping was going to be a part of whatever we did. You were going to have beer, you were going to have wine, and I wanted to do pairings. So, I mean, you need to pair something with food. So I'm like, what better opportunity than to kind of bring in that wine and craft beer scene. So we do have wine. We've got great reds, great whites, great rosés, great sparklings, but we also have a really extensive hard cider list, as well as 8 beer taps as well. So we really try to kind of support some of the local craft beer scene, but also just regionally. We have so many beers from North and South Carolina on tap that we rotate constantly. So a little bit of something for everybody.
In terms of food items or menu, do you offer things here at Sweet Sippin'?
Currently, we are in the process of expanding our business a little bit. So we will be, by November, expanding into include a small kitchen, which will increase our sippables list. We have some other things that we want to be able to offer just in the form of flights, but also just, kind of whether it's a bourbon or a tequila, that's in our game plan to expand this year. But if you were to come in tomorrow or even this evening for live music, you'd be more than welcome to bring some of the other local restaurants, bring in some of their food to go and enjoy it here while you listen to the live music and sip on the things that we currently have in the form of beer, wine, and cider.
Julie, you're becoming one of the places that is kind of happening on the live music scene here in this area. I've been here for a couple of performances myself, and I've seen a lot of activity online about it as well. So tell us a little bit more about what the live music portion of it means to you personally, and also who are some of the bands and artists that play here on a more frequent basis?
Such a loaded question. It has become such a huge part of what we're all about. Creating experiences and opportunities for community members and for our patrons, but also for the local musicians has been a very key part of what I've tried to cultivate here in town. It's been incredibly well received by our patrons. They're incredibly supportive of the musicians that we have coming through, and I think that's why you will see various musicians and groups wanting to play here, month after month, time after time, because they have developed such a connection with the community as a whole. So we have music 6 days a week. We're open 6 days a week. So in all different genres and capacities, we have solo singer-songwriters to full-on rock and roll bands. So it's incredibly exciting for me as a person to be able to kind of bring all these genres to the community where they may not have that opportunity, but also for these young talented musicians to give them a platform to predominantly showcase their original music. That's incredibly important to me. Everybody can play covers. You just need that space where they're not background music and they can really get all of their passions across to the people listening. So this week we have Mark Webb Jr. in-house, we've got Sloan Smith, we have Jonathan Stevens from Spartanburg. So we get a lot of different musicians from the upstate as a whole, but as well as other communities like Asheville or other areas of the East Coast. As people start traveling through, they've gotten word that we're a venue that is worth stopping in and showcasing their talent. So they swing on through as well.
We talked earlier about the evolution of you as an entrepreneur, starting out, going from corporate world to Cravings Bar, and now to Sweet Sippin. There's also an evolution here over the past year of some of the structural changes that have happened to the Sweet Sippin business. Tell us more about that.
Well, we were very honored to have the opportunity to create the first rooftop bar in Simpsonville, so it is a little bit of a pride point for me. It's one thing that nobody will ever be able to take away from us. We'll always have the first rooftop. You can see the bones here are just incredible. The first month that I was moved into the building, we had the opportunity to kind of pop up on the roof to do some little repairs. So I very conveniently managed to get up here, and right then and there I realized what needed to happen here and what needed to be created and what Simpsonville needed. So very fortunate that we had the opportunity during a very difficult time to kind of put the pieces together and bring the vision to life. So we're incredibly excited. It's been incredibly well received. We have music up here Tuesdays and Wednesday evenings, weather permitted. We've been able to host some incredible events up here, and we have a wedding booked up here for this coming March.
More of a awning or outdoor space down below as well.
We did. That's a very good point. Even I forget. It feels so natural and comfortable. It's like it was always there. But we did bring the entire front facade in 8 to 10 feet to create some more additional outdoor patio seating. We incorporated the garage door to be able to bring some of that inside, once that weather is a little bit more cooler and able to kind of accommodate not killing my air conditioning. But it has been a wonderful way to kind of get a totally different experience and a total different vibe with the exact same space.
All right, Julie, is there anything we haven't touched on today that you'd like the public to know about? And also, where can they go for more updates and news about Sweet Sippin, either online or through social media?
Well, I think the big thing is, number one, I always like to thank our community. They've been so supportive of me over the past 4 years. They're the reason why we've been able to take some of these expansion leaps. We do have 2 new spaces coming to Greenville. Within the next 3 months, we should have both of those completed. That's our goal. So we have one on Augusta Street opening up. That'll have the rooftop. It'll be very much in line with what we have here in Simpsonville. I want to bring the same vibe, the same sense of community there as what we have here. We will be putting a rooftop on there as well. So we're very excited about that and being able to bring 2 more venues for music for our local musicians. And then we have one that'll be opening first, hopefully the end of August. I hate throwing dates out there. I don't want to jinx anything. it's going to be a little bit more eclectic, and that's going to be in the village of West Greenville. So yeah, very excited for both of those spaces. We post everything that we're doing on Facebook.
Okay.
So that's the big thing that it's all I can do to keep that up. We do have Instagram as well.
All right.
So we try to do a little bit of the story promotion and stuff through Instagram, but as far as getting that snapshot of what we're going to be doing every week, Facebook is where to go. But yeah, so we're incredibly excited about the growth that we have coming up in the next little bit.
Julie, thank you so much for having us out today, learning a little bit more about Sweet Sippin. I can't thank you enough.
Appreciate it.
Much success to you. And you've heard a lot of great things from Julie today. So whether it's summertime, like now, and thankfully it's a nice, cool, cloudy day, or if it's wintertime, just remember, it's always Sweet Sippin' time right here in downtown Simpsonville. Until next time, we'll see you then.